What is a heritable building right, and why is it cheaper than a normal flat? The main idea of a heritable building right is that someone builds a house on a ground that belongs to someone else. In exchange of the work to build the building, the builder gets the right to use it for a certain period of time. Usually, this right is fixed for 99 years. This right is written in the entry register and can be inherited or sold. This is why you may see some ads with a heritable building right on the secondary market. In exchange of the use of the ground, you have to pay to the owner of the ground a monthly fee. It may be either fixed or indexed. At the end of the term, the building belongs generally to the owner of the ground. Sometimes, however, the building right can be extended. How this happens has to be clarified at the very beginning. If you just buy the right and not the ground, it should be cheaper because it is limited in time. So, it makes it possible to access ownership with less money, and on the long run, it should be cheaper than to rent. Some people use it to be able to save more money to be able to buy later another piece of real estate. As the remaining time reduces, the value of this right goes down, so you can't take fully advantage of the price appreciation of your flat. It also explains why it is harder to sell. If the rest time is short, the risk will be higher for the lender than with a regular property, so it will be harder to finance. This deadline also makes the investment riskier than a material asset. The calculation of the price is very different from the case of a normal flat. Even if the discounted cash flow remains the basis of the computation, some factors have a higher importance, like the vacancy risk or the probability of a short-term price drop. Also, the rule for the termination plays an increasing role for the estimation of the value. If you leave the flat without compensation at the end of the period, it is worth much less than if you receive a percentage of the value of an equivalent flat.
Do you want to buy a flat in Munich? I give you knowledge about ownership in the city, a proven, successful preparation for your own flat. Subscribe and visit flatinmunich.de.